Okay, next location on my travels is not over there. This place, Harwich. I pronounced it Harwich and got corrected. It's Harwich. There's a fort up behind those houses, which I was hoping to go and see. Google Maps says it's closed, so I'm going to have a little walk and have a look if it's open. I've just parked next to this place, Harwich Maritime Museum, low lighthouse, which looks closed. And then I saw just to the left of that lighthouse, which looks pretty cool, there's a museum just there as well. Hopefully one of these places is going to be open. Otherwise, there's not going to be much to see. Over there though, I mean, that's Felixstowe Docks. Look at the size of those container ships. The Evergreen ship is absolutely enormous. That is ridiculous how big that is. I mean, you've seen, I'm sure, the size of one of those containers that you'll sometimes see on land. Those containers look like matchboxes compared to that boat. Anyway, let's see if anything's open. So there's a bit of interesting history here. Harwich is the closest suitable harbour to Germany. So in World War One, became one of the central points of our naval sort of warfare. And also, at the end of World War One, the German submarine fleet surrender was accepted here on November the 20th, 1918. Roughly 150 U-boats were delivered to the port. Wow. Can you imagine if camera footage existed of that today? That'd be insane. Anyway, this place does not look open. It's the Low Lighthouse, built in 1818, replacing an earlier wooden structure. Acted as leading lights for the harbour entrance. So there must, I assume, be another lighthouse on that side of this estuary. That's a shame. Captain's hat's £5. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a walk over to that museum over there, see if that one's open. And this weather is really undecided today. You can see I got out of my car with my sunglasses on my head. Now it looks like it's going to rain. The Treadwheel Crane. Built in 1667 at a cost of £392. It was moved to its present site in 1932. So it was situated on the end of a platform and used to lift things up. Good old manpower. Wonder if you can get in. Open today, free admission. Is it? Yeah, it's closed. Welcome to the Harwich Maritime Heritage Trail, the home of the Mayflower. 1558, it was a thriving seaport for both military and commercial reasons. Okay, so if you are here, there's an interesting little trail that you can do that takes into account the Low Lighthouse where I just was, the Crane Treadmill, church, cinema, lifeboat museum, which I don't know where that is. And that's what I really wanted to visit, the Harwich Redoubt Fort. It's closed. Why is everything closed? Look at that for cool graffiti on the garage. It's not even graffiti, is it? It's artwork. Here ends, okay, so this is the end of the Essex Way footpath, 81 miles from Epping. I'm not quite sure why I assume it's an old lighthouse. Oh yeah, here we go, high lighthouse, together with the low lighthouse over there in the distance. Was built under the supervision of John Rennie Sr. in 1818, now owned by the council. Renovated in 1975 to commemorate European Architectural Heritage Year. It's a shame that you can't get in these places, isn't it? Like, I assume there's stuff in there. It's not just empty rooms. Harwich Museum. Is that a museum? It looks, there's a shopping trolley in the stairwell. It looks like a library. Let me see if I can get in, if this is a museum. Closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and today's a Tuesday. So I'm going to take a walk to where this fort is, and that'll be closed as well. And then this is the most boringest part of the video. I mean, maybe do something about the colour of that water. Fort is only open Thursdays till Sundays. I'm going to have a wander up and see what I can see. Would have been pretty cool to get in and have a look around. Moral of the story is, if you're going to come to Harwich for a break, don't come in the week. I just had a really good chat with a chap. The fort's not open, but they've got some sort of trustee meeting or something. Just chatting to him for about 10-15 minutes. He used to have a property in Jaywick, so we're talking about Jaywick, and he was saying he lived in the property for a period of time, and he got like guy with PTSD from the Falklands one side, alcoholism the other, drug dealer opposite. But he said once you get used to that, everyone's so friendly and helpful and happy. Maybe not happy is the wrong word, but you know, content. It's actually quite a pleasant place, which is exactly what I found this morning. He has said there's a path that goes around the fort, but there might not be too much to see, which is a shame, because of course it's a fort. You'd be a bit of a weak fort if you could see, but look at the cannon on the top. And he said Landguard Fort, which is in Felixstowe, is exceptional, but I think it's closed today. As I say, I might be staying in Felixstowe tonight, so it's possible you might just be able to see it actually. I don't know if that's it on the tip of the... I think it might be. I'll need to check Google Maps. If it's open tomorrow, then I can stay in Felixstowe tonight and then visit the fort first thing in the morning, because I love history. One thing I was just thinking about, when I did Hadrian's Wall, how the people in the area took so much pride in the history, the Roman history connected with the area. And even though, you know, I'm having a bit of a whinge because nothing's open here, you can see it everywhere here. There's a real pride in the maritime history. It's really, really nice to see. And look at this for a quirky little allotment, just sited. Such good use of space. Look at that, leaks. Not sure what else is going there. It's massive actually, look at this. People growing their own produce. How many empty, unused or left to deteriorate uses of space do you see? Look at that, a fort. Danger, sheer drop. It's a shame you can't get in. I was hoping, because of it, I was chatting to that guy for 10-15 minutes, I was hoping he was going to say, come on, pop your nose in, have a look, but he didn't have the keys. Not that he'd even offered anyway. But yeah, why aren't we doing more of this, look? Right, back at the car next to Mama's Cafe on the Green. Harwich, didn't get to see much. It's actually a really nice place though, very clean and well kept. and if you're here on a weekend, I'm sure quite a lot to do, but I am not. So off we go to the next place.